Hey nerds, welcome to JerBear Reacts. Today we're going to watch every single trailer for Supernatural, all 15 seasons, rather than watching the big shows in the past, how we did after the show ended, where it was, Monday was season 1, Tuesday was season 2, etc., until it was done. We're going to compile everything into one big long video. So in the play bar and in the description box will be links. Well, we'll have timestamps. You can jump to whatever season you'd like to watch. Also be in the description box, as well as links to all the original trailers and the original sources, so you can check those out there. And then also in the description box down below is links to the Patreon, the Twitch stream, everything in between. Jerry will do his best work behind the scenes through all of this. And yeah, at the end of it, we'll talk about what our favorite trailer and everything was. I've never watched a single trailer for Supernatural, so I'm excited to go through and watch these. And also with this, we'll have the bloopers up as well, so I'll link these videos together. And if you clicked on this and you're not aware, all 15 seasons, 327 episodes of Supernatural, they're all here. They're all on YouTube. A year plus of watching this on YouTube and on Patreon. So feel free to check it out, and I will see you at the end of the video. If you needed to know, what we ended up calling season 1, which was the hunt for their dad and, to kill Yellow Eyes, we dubbed season 1 unofficially 2.5 Men, with the finale of Sam not shooting John to kill the demon. We entitled the finale Exorcist / We Don't Trade Lives, Captain. All right, we got a lot of trailers coming up. Intro out of the way. We're going to start with Supernatural Season 1 trailer, just a minute and a half here. The links in the description box will have credits for all the people. The runtime for the first one, a minute and a half. All the channels and everything listed. Well, they're obviously not the person that created the trailer. You can still go over there and check out their channel if there is more Supernatural stuff you would like to watch. So we'll watch each of these. We'll kind of go over the trailers as we go. And then hopefully none of them get cut like the bloopers got cut up a little bit. But we'll see. So let's go ahead and start with trailer number 1 that came out in 2005, I imagine.
When I told Dad I was scared of the thing in my closet, he gave me a 45.
What was he supposed to do?
He was supposed to say, don't be afraid of the dark.
Don't be afraid of the dark. Are you kidding me? Of course you should be afraid of the dark. You know what's out there.
Their little baby voices.
I can't do this alone. This is Dad's single most valuable possession. Everything he knows about every evil thing is in here. I think he wants us to pick up where he left off. Saving people, hunting things. Tell us where our dad is.
You just won't take Dad for an answer, will you?
Where is he?
Dad!
No, he's not! He's not dead! He can't be!
More and more demons are walking among us. Storm's coming. And you boys, you are smack in the middle of it.
Back in 1835, Samuel Colt made a gun. They say this gun can kill anything.
You're never gonna see
Such
your
a...
father.
Oh. Still the best kill in the whole show.
We gotta go. Why? Because the demon knows we're in salvation, all right? It knows we've got the cult. It's got Dad. It's probably coming for us next.
Good. We've still got 3 bullets left. Let it come.
Listen, tough guy, we're not ready. Okay, we don't know how many of them are out there.
I don't want to trade him for the gun. If that were true, why didn't Meg mention a trade? We still have the cult. We can still finish the job.
Screw the job.
We got work to do.
I will march in hell myself, and I will slaughter each and every one of you.
I got cut there. Just I don't know if that's the actual first trailer for Supernatural, or if that was actual fan made. But it is the most viewed one that I could find, and I couldn't find anything from an official, like a CW, channel or not. But they do, as most trailers do after you watch it, give spoilers. I don't like that they showed who I believe ended up being Ruby, right? Or no, the original Meg. I'm sorry, the original Meg that we had, the short blonde-headed girl. I think they just passed away a couple years ago. Unfortunately enough, it's man, what's the best way to describe that? There is some spoilers within the trailer for the actual first season of the show. I don't know how else you would do it. I guess I would start with like the first episode and have Dean go in and talk to Sam, and then say, Dad's on a hunting trip, and then you cut over to him talking about the monsters their dad hunts, and then kind of show them getting beat up by the monsters. Don't show them killing anything. Show them kind of getting beat up from thing to thing. And then kind of mention, not that there's a gun, but maybe there's a weapon out there that can kill anything. And you can kind of make it that the premise for the first season is them trying to find their dad, which is essentially the premise for the Fallout games. You're always trying to find somebody. So I like the first trailer. if this wasn't actual, I don't think it was the actual trailer, but whatever I just watched was very enjoyable. It's 1.9, it has almost 2 million views, posted September 20th, 2010, which was 5 years after the show came out. And wildly enough, 14 years ago. Season one's great. Season one's a really good season. In hindsight, I think season one holds up better than most of some even the later seasons because it is them at their purest. And I think every good show has a good or at least a decent first season if you go back and view it. 'Cause you could see them have the framework. It doesn't have to be a masterpiece, but you can see the framework is there. They're looking to build off of it. Maybe they set plots and story points in advance. But regardless, I enjoyed this. I like this trailer a lot. And now we can move on to trailer number 2. Obviously, one trailer down. My favorite trailer so far is this one. So, season 2 was about John and Dean's deal, so we ended up dubbing the full season Deal or No Deal. And the season 2 finale, which was all about Dean's deal for Sam's life, we just simply entitled A Deal with the Devil. All right, I actually just watched the season 2 trailer, but it was definitely a fan-made trailer. Even at the end, you could tell it was riddled with spoilers. So this says official is spelled wrong in the thing here, but this feels, even if it is fan-made, just a little more put together. Regardless, we'll talk about it in a second. I think season 2 builds upon what season 1 did, outside of one thing at the beginning, and we'll talk about that in just 2 minutes, since the runtime of this one is 2 minutes and 7 seconds. So let's see how much better this one is than what I just watched. I'll cut that out for the sake of time. Kripke Enterprises. See, at least they got the logos and stuff going.
I have to kill you. I'm trying to find answers.
That's good for a trailer.
One of us.
Oh,
One of who?
this is one of those tribute songs that I hear over and over and over again, and I fuck with it. I don't think I would listen to it outside of the tribute stuff though, but I vibe with it only because I think I've heard it so much. But it's always nice when it comes back around.
The psychics.
I don't know where he went or why. Sam's just gone.
How good of a character was Yellow Eyes, by the way? The Zazel. Yeah.
I know where Sam is.
So, I mean, this is all typed out like it's an official thing. I don't think for a single second that was the official trailer for season 2. If it was, good heavens, learn how to make a trailer. Not the people that made it. That's fan made. That's perfectly fine. If you're doing like a season 2, like, hey, this is what I experienced from it. This is what you could see from it. To the blind eye, there's nothing bad there. But otherwise, that was the whole plot of. See, there was no mystery to it. Like, you saw what happened. You saw Sam die. You saw Azazel get shot. You saw all of the things. You saw John Winchester die. You saw all of the big moments happen in just the course of that. But I forgot season 2 was the bank robbery episode. You know, but season 2 had them in jail. Season 2 introduced that guy that talked like Denzel Washington. Season 2 had all of these like big moments that happened. And it's a really good season outside of John Winchester's death, which is still the most anticlimactic death in television history. It kind of undermined all the hard work that put into season 1 outside of the Monster of the Week episodes. But season 2 had better Monster of the Week episodes. It really found its footing and was about to shoot us out of a rocket, right? To shoot us just straight out of a rocket to jump into the rest of the 3 seasons to tell the story that was meant to be a 5-season story that somehow blossomed into 15 seasons. I think, you know, seasons 1 through 5 are, I mean, it's pretty perfect. But Yellow Eyes Azazel was a great villain for them to have. It was great to learn about everything that was happening, the Hell's Gates, all of these different things that are going on in those early seasons, which leads to Ruby coming into play to be the double agent, to lead into a Lilith or a Eve, whatever it was, character that happened, that leads into, you know, eventually getting to Lucifer. It's just building up the change over the course of the seasons with the Monster of the Week stuff. So they really had a concrete path that they wanted to take. I know the next season gets cut short because of the writer's strike, what have you, but season 2 is awesome. Except for the John Winchester death. It could have been handled better. It should have been more epic. I think most of the deaths that happen throughout the show should have been more epic. It's just the way I feel. Not you can't have it all the time, but for the characters it happened for, um, it needed to. Oddly enough, as much as I hated it, Charlie in the later seasons has a chaotic death that's upsetting in a bad way. Like it's something nobody wanted, but like at the same time, the way it affected the characters in the show made it felt like something that would actually happen. John trading his life, sure, but like it should have been handled better. The way the whole show ends, sure, but it could have been handled better. I don't know how really to explain it. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just it could have been just a smidge better. Anyways, that's season 2. I enjoyed the season 1 trailer we watched more because I think all these are fan made that I found. I can't really find anything from an official channel, so we'll move on. All right, we're here for season 3. First 2 fan made trailers were pretty solid. This looks to maybe be an official trailer. Hell, I don't know. But we ended up calling season 3, which was about Dean's last year to live. We named it TikTok. Just time's up. Simple as that. And then the season 3 finale, Lilith ended up sicking the Hellhounds to kill Dean. We simply just entitled that Time's Up. I enjoyed season 3. Again, the first 5 seasons I think were great. Season 3 cut short due to the writer's strike, right? I think it was only 16 episodes, so a lot shorter than the previous 2 seasons. It's not what they wanted the season to be. I understand that. They had to change it up on the fly. We don't know what the full seasons ended up going to be. Maybe they talked about it in some other stuff. Who knows? But I still liked it. I think when it comes to overall ratings, I like season 1 and 2 better. I think season 3 actually puts its feet forward to launch us into those perfect seasons of 4 and 5. I just think the lesser episodes kind of hurt it a little bit. And it didn't really play up to the last year to live for me. I think that's why it irked me, because it was like, I got 5 months left to live, but there's 2 episodes left. And the next episode's like, I got 2 days to live, and there's these huge time gaps that just, I don't know. I feel robbed. But let's go ahead and watch the trailer.
I got a year to live, Sam. I'd like to make the most of it. So what do you say we kill some evil sons of bitches and we raise a little hell?
Could you?
Year to live, Sammy.
I can help you save your brother.
There's no way of saving me from the pit, is there?
That was Ruby.
Every deal can be broken.
Not this one.
Who's your boss?
Can't tell you.
Shot her right in the head regardless.
I don't want to die. I don't want to
Pussycat Dolls, new season, February 18th, Gossip Girl finale.
We'll find a way to save you.
Hellhounds, bark, bark.
There's a big new up-and-comer. Real Pied Piper.
That is Lilith. She wiped out that whole damn section.
Dean, listen, I need help.
You ain't getting the help. I wouldn't have showed that.
The demon that holds it. Her name's Lilith.
You're scared, dude. You're scared because your year is running out and you're still going to hell and you're free.
Think something's wrong with my brother?
No. You can't escape me, Dean. You're gonna die. And this is what you're gonna become. Dean, I'm not gonna let you go to hell, Dean. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Keep fighting.
Another fan-made trailer, and that's okay. That is that's a-okay. I don't know why it's so difficult to find these trailers, man. Normally it's pretty easy, but I guess since the show is so much older, I mean, there's a lot of promos and stuff hanging about. Maybe it was harder to re-upload, but who knows? See, like I just found another one that says theatrical trailer, but it says at the beginning that it's fan made. Regardless, these are still trailers. They're not the official ones. They showed everything that happens in the season. It was shorter. I think if you were to make a trailer for that, you would just do something along the lines of, Sam, I have 1 year left to live. Let's live it to the fullest. And then you play Carry On, and then you have them out and about driving and solving missions and kind of showing them getting into some trouble, but you don't really show Lilith or the girl that was playing Ruby that ended up becoming Lilith. You don't really show any of that stuff. You could show Bobby shooting no girl to like raise questions like, why is he doing that? You could plant seeds of doubt with certain characters. You can show the police station blowing up. You don't have to like give clues that that's the actual buildings. By the time the season comes out, people would forget what the building is for the most part. With that white light, and you can plant those seeds of what's happening. Like it's a condensed season, like I said, and they deliver on a lot of things. I just think the overall premise, I like season 1 and 2 better. I think some seasons also trump 3 for me, maybe because it is shortened, and as shortened as it was, maybe it should have stayed more focused on the story side of it. It's not a bad season at all. Like I said, the first 5 seasons are perfection. But I just think from an official trailer standpoint, they could definitely deliver something strong there that keeps the fans engaged with it. I think my favorite trailer we watched is still the season 1 little fan made thing. Season 4 starts with Castiel pulling Dean from hell, which we have entitled and named, to help break the seals and everything else. We dubbed the entire season Touched by an Angel. And then the finale was the big twist. That wasn't really a twist. Yeah, I made it more of a twist myself because I really like the character of Ruby betraying everybody to help get Lilith, or to get Lucifer back, which we entitled Double Agent. So that was the name for the season. The finale I enjoyed. I think season 4, episode 1, by the time we get around to the full season recap, might end up being my favorite episode of the entire show, the Lazarus Rising, because Castiel's introduction and that whole episode was just it was tense. It was badass. It was good stuff. So let's watch this fan-made season 4 trailer and see what we think about it. Hopefully they don't put all the spoilers in it. Oh, right off the rip. There's no other really way to get around it. He pours the holy water right in his face.
This demon, Lilith, is trying to break the 66 seals to free Lucifer from hell.
Know how far off
Execute order. Tick.
How far from normal, from human to a must.
Oh, good old Bobby. That nice gentle hug. I would have, yeah. There's some good stuff in here without going too far off the reservation. I completely forgot about the scene where they were like office workers. I forgot about that episode.
God has left the building.
I have some ideas for the trailer for this. Okay, if you were to make an official trailer for season 4, because you've already watched Sam die and come back at this point, so Dean dying just kind of feels like par for the course. So I think you start the trailer off with a hand coming from... I was going to say with the hand coming from the dirt, but I mean, that is the first episode. You could start with the hand coming from the dirt. You could focus. Damn, you could even end it like that too. Oh man, now it's kind of gone because I like the scene of Alistair torturing Dean, because it kind of looked like it was in a hell type setting. So I think you definitely show that, right? You have Alistair torturing Dean. You have Sam with the veins and stuff coming around his neck. You have Sam hooking up with that girl. I couldn't tell if that was Ruby or not. I think it was. You can have Sam going through some emotions. I would include the writing on the blood on the wall. I would include the angel Anna talking about breaking the 66 seals. I would include her smashing the vial to get her grace back. So we're not aware of what that is at that point. I think you end the trailer with Zachariah saying God has left the building, and then you show Castiel flashing his wings. Nobody knows who that is yet. It's confusion. Now his wings are being shown, so now you don't know who that character is. And I think you can leave it at that. Maybe a post-credit thing with the trailer with a hand coming up just to get fans excited because they know one way or another Dean has to come back, or you could just have it in speculation. I don't know how these things were set up, right, through Comic-Cons and what they talked about before things came out, but you can have that hand coming up at some point in the trailer if you want it, or just show Dean getting tortured because you're not really sure what's happening. If you include a Sam and Dean scene, you could color it differently, even if it is present, to make it feel like it is a flashback. And maybe Sam's like feeling sorry for himself. There's a lot of ways you could pick that up. It was a really good season. I love the ending. I love Ruby's betrayal and her getting got and shanked, and then Lucifer being set free, which sets us forth for the 5th and final season, which is still just an overall perfect season. So we can jump on over. This was fun. This wasn't spoilery at all in the thing, other than Dean coming back, but I think people knew that. So I think this was well edited and well made with the least amount of spoilers for people. So kudos. The creator of this one was Reno SM. Hell yeah. For season 5, we named this whole full season Lucifer's Rising. Everything on the verge of coming to an end. We entitled it Apocalypse Now. And for the finale of Sam taking over Lucifer and jumping into the cage, we gave it 2 titles. One was Goodbye for Now. It's just kind of what it felt like. But the other one was just entitled Down the Rabbit Hole for the finale. This is the culmination of pretty much the perfect 5 seasons for the story that they're trying to tell. And I think it had a beautiful ending. It's still the highest rated episode to this date. Obviously, the show has been ended as a 9.7 for this ending. I've talked about how I would have preferred the ending to go. We could talk about that again towards the end of that. And I think we'll actually we'll end the video once we're done with this and just post the first 5 trailers. Keep those 5 together, and then we can do the other 10 at another point. So let's go ahead and check out season 5. Fan-made trailer. I don't think it's official, by the way. 4 years. One family. Their destiny.
You know, saving people, hunting things.
Oh, I forgot about Sam being locked up. Thrills and chills. Despair. Oh, poor Pamela and her eyeballs. This fall on the CW. The Road Again, fall 2009. This actually felt like they pulled it from the original. I don't think that's the official trailer, but it feels like they pulled it from that and then did some work on the back end of it. Yeah, so they created this. I feel like they just pulled from other things. And, you know, when you get into Supernatural, when you get to this 5th and final season, this is a great trailer for season 5. It doesn't show you anything from season 5, but it's a show that started September 13th, 2005, and season 5 starts September 10th, 2009, and wraps up May 13th, 2010. Right there with the Swan Song episode, like I said, which is still the highest rated episode. There's a lot of 9s, a lot of 8.8s, a lot of 8.9s, a lot of 8.7s. There's a lot of good, interesting characters that are introduced. You get a lot of deaths. You get Ghostbuster stuff. You get not Ghostbusters. You get the convention stuff. You get Joe and Ellen, and you get some older folks. You get what's her name? Paris Hilton's in an episode. Sam in random relationships, not really knowing what's going on. We get Meg. I think there's an episode here with a wraith, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of really, really good things that happen in season 5, and I think it's why it remains the best season for a lot of people. The only thing that I would do different with season 5, with the finale, it's all about the car. And while nothing leading up to it, right? Nothing leading up to this. We never saw any flashbacks of Sam and Dean, as kids putting Legos in the car. Nothing was established early about the army men or anything. Sam seeing the car and snapping out of him being inside Lucifer doesn't make a whole lot of sense for Sam's character from how he was built. It makes more sense for Dean's character, sure. Dean ditches the Samulet, right? And I think what you do is when Lucifer finally takes over Sam, and Lucifer mentions the jacket, right? The jacket gets ripped off, whatever it is. I think they either both disappear together. Lucifer takes over Sam. He strips down of the jacket, whatever, for whatever reason. Dean picks up the jacket and he's holding it. It's his brother's just left. He's like, he smells the jacket. He puts his hands in the jacket's pockets, seeing what all he had in there. And then he'll feel what's in the pocket. You could have it to where he just makes a facial expression and then it cuts and then you can see him wearing it. But I would rather him take it out and kind of like roll his eyes and smile at the fact that after he threw away the Samulet, that Sam picked it up before he left the hotel room and put it back in his pocket. He's been holding on to it since for when Dean was ready to take it back. Now, obviously, we know that Jensen got rid of it because it was hitting him in the face while he was running, but still. And then in the finale, when you get down to that last scene of them fighting, Lucifer's just wailing and Sam's trying to like fight from the outside. I think you have them see the Samulet around Dean's neck. And Sam knows that he put it back on. And that's what helps Sam break free. You could still talk about the car all you want to. You could have Sam break free, see the Samulet. You could have him look up and see the car and all of those things. Or maybe see the car first and he's starting to remember when he was a kid, when he was a child, and his life's flashing before his eyes. And then he sees the Samulet around Dean's neck. And that's what snaps him forward to take control and throw himself down the rabbit hole, essentially, with him and Michael/Adam. And then that's where they get locked up. I do think then you have Dean go with Lisa and Ben, and you have him at that family dinner trying to lead that normal life. And then you kind of just show a light flickering. And you have a camera angle, much like you did at the end of Halloween, where it's like maybe you have a breathing, maybe you have something, but the fans know that, oh, is that Sam? Is that a demon coming to get? It leaves it open-ended. And I think then you could have ended the entire show there with kind of like a cliffhanger, and then obviously go forward with season 6 and such if you want to. I think that would have been a cool way to go about it, personally. I know when I've told that in the past, people tend to disagree. They like it the way it was. It's almost a perfect rated episode. I can't blame you, but I think that would have made season 5 just a smidge bit better. How do you get better than perfection? Well, there's the keys to the castle. Perfect season, perfect finale, top dog for sure. It's one of those things that it's just well-rounded from start to finish. And granted, it goes into season 6 and 7, which is hot dog shit. So before we get over to dog shit seasons, which is 6 and 7, we come back with the redeemed season of 8, a great season of 9, a great season in 10, a great season in 11, 50-50 season in 12, above average season in 13, a horrible season in 14, and then an average, almost above average season in season 15 until the finale. And we'll hit those last 10 trailers, maybe together. Maybe I'll just do 5, 5, and 5, and we'll take it from there. So that's what I got. Those are your first 5 trailers for Supernatural. I still think of these 5 trailers, I think 5 was my favorite because it doesn't show me anything. It just recaps season 1 through 4, and it just wins yet another award. If I had to pick a favorite season between these 5, obviously season 5 would be my favorite and it'd be my favorite finale of just these 5 seasons. And I think 5 just sweeps the board all the way around. Beautiful story. Beautiful story. And yeah, I think we'll leave it there. So you can let me know your favorite season of just these, favorite finales, favorite trailer, fan-made trailer, obviously. And you can let me know in the description box down below. I'll have playlist up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated, and I will catch you on the next one.